the G155 mobility gaming station. Should you ever have the desire to travel with your Xbox 360 or PlayStation 3 Slim, you can get one of these and you can game on the go. I have it all packed up inside here and ready to demo, but I just want to show you guys the outside of this case. I did an unboxing already, so you can check that out if you want to see it. But we'll just sort of recap for the sake of anyone who hasn't already watched that video. So, on the top, you've got your manufacturer logo, which is GAEMS. I guess it's meant to be pronounced GAEMS, like as in spelled wrong, but still would be pronounced games. Okay, so it's the G155. Okay. On this side, you find a clip, which can have a shoulder strap attached to it by the look of things. It could also have a lock attached to it, whichever you prefer. I don't think that's going to work as a shoulder strap. Let's go with lock. So you can lock the one side, you can lock the other side. Okay, on the bottom you find 3 rubber non-slippy things. On the bottom you find more rubber non-slippiness, so whether you put it down this way or whether you put it down this way, it shouldn't slip and it shouldn't fall over. Now, the unit was unstable when I put it on the table in my unboxing, but see, look how stable it is now. The reason is that it's meant to have a game console loaded in it, in addition to the LCD monitor that's already in there. So that's why it was leaning to one side quite easily when it didn't have a console inside. So I'm going to go ahead and put this down. This is the game I'm going to run on it. Right here, unclip both sides. Oh yeah, the carrying piece. So metal, robust, rubber here, very strong. Alright, let's open this bad boy up, and inside we find our HD LCD monitor, including a power button, volume control, brightness up, brightness down, menu, and 2 headphone jacks, an HDMI input and a power input. This 2 headphone jacks thing is critical because you're probably not going to be playing with like 4 players on something like this, but it'd be pretty cool if you were traveling around and you had your Xbox 360 and you could, you know, plug in 1 pair of headphones to get your friend to plug in a pair of headphones, and then you could use the 2 controllers that can be stored in the little pouch on the side here. So I've got 2 Xbox 360 controllers there. You could also take out the power plugs, which I'm going to go ahead and plug in. So I'll need 2. So I'll go 1 there. And then I'm going to pull out the Xbox 360 power brick. And I'm going to go ahead and take that around there. So this is the setup that you will have to do. The reality of it is you need 2 power plugs and all that in order to get the unit running. So, you know, hopefully you can live with that. I'm going to have to unplug one of my lights in here, so hopefully it's not too bad. Is it okay? Okay, alright. So that's what I had stored in there. Now I wasn't able to find any additional room for games, but I guess you could probably get away with like 1 game here or something like that. But you can see how the Xbox 360 is strapped in. So this pad on the bottom protects it. It's very, very soft. You can flip it over the other way for the PS3 Slim or for the Xbox 360 Slim. And then what you do is you take these straps, you strap in your console, and it is not going anywhere. So I have it plugged in. Let's go ahead and power it on. I've actually not yet turned this thing on before. And I hope I have batteries in my Xbox 360 controller. I do. Alright. Okay, give me a sec here, guys. I'll wait for it to boot up.
Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so we have the G155 gaming station. I've got it all set up. And the Xbox 360 is booted up, and I also have a helium balloon.
So I'm feeling pretty lightheaded right about now. Oh, that's better. Okay. So I just want to show you guys basically how it works in terms of the viewing angle, in terms of any sort of ghosting or motion blur that you're going to see on this particular screen. So, I mean, I think you pretty much got the point. Here's something that it bears noting. It's really hard to move around once it's deployed because of the rubber grippy things on the bottom, which is good. You don't want it to just sort of randomly move around. But all your ventilation holes at the back have ample room between the back of the Xbox and the screen. Your ventilation holes here are not... Oh, did I just do something? Oh, I just ejected the game, whoops. Are not too obstructed by the straps, and then the ones on the bottom are also not that obstructed, so your Xbox 360 shouldn't run into any more overheating problems than normal when you're using the G155. Now, in terms of the speakers that we're equipped with here, I guess give me a sec to get the game booted back up now that I now that I broke it, and then we can listen to the speakers. So just a sec.
So here's the viewing angles, you guys. It is a TN panel, so it's not going to be perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm so far away at this point that really, realistically, you're not going to be playing with 4 people on something like this. So if you got 2 people, you're sitting at a reasonable distance. You got kind of person 1 here, it's going to look about like that. And then you got person 1 here, and it's going to look about like that. So that's pretty much how it's going to go down. Now, in terms of the volume, let's go ahead and crank this up. I mean, I don't want you guys to have unrealistic expectations. Okay, we're probably not going to crank that all the way up, because it's getting pretty loud, to be perfectly honest. So go ahead and start the game, continue story. So here, why don't I just kind of leave this here. And I'm going to go ahead and adjust the screen. Nope, apparently I can't do that. Okay, but what I could do is I could put a game box here. And I can put that there. So it is a glossy screen, so you are going to get a little bit of reflectiveness. So I'm going to go ahead and kill the light that's right behind it. And the other light. There we are. Hand to hand gives you the ability to execute. Okay. Whoops. Okay, I haven't really used the Xbox much, so I'm not an expert. Is it loading right now, or...? There we go.
The sooner we get it to the Americans at the airport. The sooner we do that, the
shadows.
sooner we get paid.
Oh, was that a guy?
How we doing?
Nope.
Yeah, no kidding. Any idea what's in the big box?
Okay. Apparently they didn't notice that.
So this means we're using...
I've actually never played a Splinter Cell game. A to jump. Oh, wrong button. Okay, there we go. There we go. Left trigger to drop. Oh, left trigger from above. Cool. And they didn't notice that somehow. I think they're even facing
over there! Take cover!
Okay, well, the general point of that was that the speakers are pretty loud. Definitely a satisfactory gaming experience. So thank you for checking out my first look and gameplay video with the G51 portable gaming station, and I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to Linus Tech Tips for more unboxings, reviews, and other computer videos. You know what, just to give you guys some idea, it looks better in person than it looks on the camera. There's a lot of reflectiveness that the camera's catching and that you really can't see in person. I'd say this zone kind of right here is representative of how the screen actually looks, because with that light behind me, it looks fine. Yeah. It's just the lens is the camera's having a hard time adjusting to the backlit screen. So I'd say the color is sort of more like this than like this at all. This is more like it.